democracy is rule of people, by people, and for people. This is the famous quote which was said by Abraham Lincoln, who was the fourth president of US and a great leader who brought reform in US, especially who fought for the justice and equality. Apart from that, before a couple of months, the Prime Minister Modi of India said that India is the mother of democracy. You even know that India is the largest democracy in the world, but the mother of democracy was not that clear and create confusion in minds of people. So if we read the history, so in the ancient times, there were two Mahajanpadas, especially the Vaisali, which was believed to be a democracy. Even it was having a monarchy, but in the executing body, there were people who got elected. So these things are there. And if we see the modern times, so after the independence, India accepted the way of democracy, and the Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru became first Prime Minister of India. And if we see the merits of democracy, so in the democracy, we can convey our thoughts freely and openly. Apart from that, we can express our views. We can cut the thoughts of others, like we can give counter argument. We can choose the people of our choice. We can criticize political parties, people. And if we see the demerits of democracy, so especially in India, gentlemen, as you know, after the independence, in the time of 1975 to 77, the Prime Minister Indira Gandhi imposed emergency in India. That was a blind spot because there was no such reason to import emergency in India. Apart from that, it was going smoothly in India. And if we see the modern times, so as you know, nowadays there is irrigation from the opposition. That the current government is targeting opposition parties or leaders of opposition parties by using ED and CBI, these type of agencies. So these things are here. So and for the timing, as the election got concluded before a couple of weeks, and the leading government, the government which is in power, got around 242 seats, and by using their parties like alliance, they made a proper government. And in the opposition, those parties in that Gathbandhan falls out of some seats. Like I am talking about India, which is Indian. So coming to the conclusion, in my opinion, gentlemen, democracy is a great way to achieve, work for people of India, for any country of the world, and we need to go by this way, and we need to work on demerits which are constantly arising in the country. Thank you.
In a Raisina dialogue, our Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar remarked that we have to engage with world with who we are, not to please others for its gain. Jai Hind everyone. I am delivering my lecturette on the topic of Indian foreign policy. After 75th Independence Day, India is a very crucial juncture of the to reshape its foreign policy. India is gained its independence when USA has a global power. From there, in the 2014, we have come a long way. We are not aligned with any states. If I talk about recent scenarios, in the time of war, there are two wars are going on in the world, like Russia-Ukraine war and the Israel and Hamas war. But India's non-alignment scheme, India is having their own interest and they are putting it first. So we have seen in the recent times, India emerged as a global power by putting the G20 presidency and also given a theme of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And with these type of things, we have reshaped our foreign policy. If I talk about recent development in the Indian foreign policy, if I talk about the Russia-Ukraine war, we have seen India is a true friend, Russia is a true friend, also a very good trade partners. But in the pressure from the West, we are not aligned with them and keep our trades with the Russia and also buy the oils from the Russian. So this kind of challenges we have faces by the Western pressure to change our foreign policy. In the time of independence, India is the India first policy, taking our own side and putting interest first. So these kind of things can make India great, and also put in a South Asian countries in a emerging level. Thank you.
Economy is the start and the end of each and every nation. Good morning, friends. Today I'm going to give a lecture on the topic MGNREGA. Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme basically was founded in the year 2005. Its aim is to provide the 100 days employment work to any skilled and unskilled workers. Now the main thing that about this property of this scheme is, first of all, it is a demand driven scheme. Any person who basically avail this scheme is guaranteed to be availed for work within the 15 days. Second, it provides wage on the basis of 1948, the Wage Act, in which the minimum wages as per the demand, as per the work is paid as per the skill and unskilled work. Now, there are many issues regarding this scheme. The first and foremost is the unavailability of the jobs. As there is very unavailability of the job and the skill set is not able to mismatch due to the frictional employment, the scheme is not able to get its 100% efficiency. Second is the making of the fake employment cards. As many people who are above the poverty line are able and still unemployed, they are able to basically make fake cards through which they can get employment, and the other people who actually need this is not unable to get it. Thereafter, as due to there is large number of people and the scheme is available on for the marginalized people, not each and everyone is able to avail it. And fourth is the unawareness, as many rural people are unable to grasp what the scheme is and are unaware about it. So they are also not able to avail this. Now, how this scheme has benefited many people. As a prime example, in COVID-19, where many people lose the job, due to this scheme, it was able to compensate for more than 20 to 80% of income loss in COVID-19 era, as many people with the help of this scheme were able to make their belly full in that difficult times. Now, as for the way forward of this scheme, the first is the government needs to be generate more and more employment opportunities, as because there is less jobs, people are unable to avail it. Second is as there needs to be proper security measure, as fake cards are being generated, there should be a chipset which basically detected whether the card is fake or not. So this is the second thing that government can do to provide the marginalized people, the actual people who deserve this scheme, the proper job opportunities. And this way the main aim of this scheme, which is to curb the poverty and zero hunger, could be achieved within a short span of time. Thank you.
Good morning, friends. Good morning, friends. My lecturate topic is joint family versus nuclear family. Morning, friends. My lecturate topic is joint family versus nuclear family. Family is like a fruit salad, which consists of different fruits of different taste, different looks, different color. But a unique blend, when it's get together, a unique blend is produced and an amazing flavor is produced. Family is like a soil in which we are a tree in which we have been grown, and family is our only base from which we have grown emotionally, socially, as well as mentally. So on the basis of family, I categorize the family on two bases: nuclear family and joint family. Nuclear family is that family which consists of children, their parents, their father, mother, as well as their children. And another type of family is joint family. In joint family, there is an elderly persons their children and their spouses as well as their grandson or grandchildren. So joint family is a blend of whole family, and there are various benefits and advantages and disadvantages of being in that different types of families. Firstly, I would like to take joint family. Joint family has benefits in several ways. It makes us more socialized. We say that in joint family we become more socially active. We know that we have to we have social qualities, and we say we in place of us or me. Now comes another advantage of joint family. We have someone to share our emotions. There are not only mother or father to share our emotions. There are uncles, aunts, grandparents. Also, we get to know about culture vastly, because our grandparents and grandparents are being held in a specific culture. We are being modernized. They told about our culture, their activities, what they used to do, and this praises us to perform better in lives, and this makes us realize that we have get all the opportunities and we have get all the mediums of education, so we must utilize it instead of de-utilize it. Next, there is some disadvantages of being in the joint family. First of all, there is no privacy, and as well as there is no privacy. Second is that we have, though we have financial income, but we have certain hindrance in activities, like that we have to take obligations and perform, we have to take obligations from all the members. Now comes nuclear family. In nuclear family, there consists of father, children, and father, mother, and children. In nuclear family, though we have privacy, as well as we get to know about our responsibilities, as there is no one to get, as there is. Okay. So lastly, I would like to say that both families has its own merits and demerits. But if we say we are being more social, then I would like to say being a joint family is like a God-gifted family. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Pradyumna Singh Parihar, and today's my lecture topic is Naxalism. When we talk about Naxalism, then it comes under the internal security of India. When internal security of India deals with the security threats, challenges that are threat to the national security of our country, and these involves the terrorism, Naxalism, and the maritime security. Naxalism is one of the prominent challenge that India is facing at present. We see the starting of Naxalism was started in 1967, and we see the ideology of Naxalism is based on the Maoism, where they focus on the ideology of the Maoist leader, Chinese leader, Maoism. At present, we see India is putting a lot of efforts to counter the Naxalism. When we talk about the India country, then it is the second largest peninsula in the world, surrounded by 3 sides from water bodies. The prominent areas where India is facing the problem of Naxalism is in the region of West Bengal, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, and the prominent region of Chhattisgarh. The solving and tackling the problem of Naxalism comes under the security personnel, CRPF, that is the Central Armed CRPF, which comes under the Ministry of Home Affairs. And at present, India is putting a lot of efforts, and we see that the Naxalism is a threat to India's internal security, and the challenge at present we are facing is to cope up and having the proper dialogues with the Naxalism, because they isolate themselves and do not interact with the local peoples, and therefore most of the CRPF Jawans are getting the difficulty in interacting in the remote areas of the Naxals. Thank you.
Thank you. It was great effort by you all. All the best for your results.